Okay. Hi guys. So we back again. So this is gonna be a story time. My very first story time, you know. So we moving up with the stuff right now. Okay. So this is about the time, the one and only time I went on a Tinder date. This was like December or January. December of 2016, January of 2017. I was about to say 2015, 2017. So I used to work at a grocery store. And at the grocery store, me and this girl, we was friends and we was talking. And she was like, you ever been on Tinder? And I was like, girl, that's not for me. That's not my thing. She was like, no, but you need to see the people in this area that be on Tinder. And I was like, okay, all right. So we made the account or whatever. I get on there, matching with people. Y'all know how Tinder works. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how Tinder works. And then this guy messages me. You know, we chit-chatting it up. About a week or so goes by. I give him my phone number. And we're talking maybe 2 weeks. Probably, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks just because I don't really remember. And he's like, you want to go out? And I was like, oh, no. No, thank you. Use my manners. No, thank you. So he let it go that time. About a few days later, he's like, you sure you don't want to go out on a date? And I was like, you know what? Fine, let's go. So we decide we're going to go to this hookah place. It wasn't far from where I live, but it was far enough to where he couldn't track my Uber. Anyways, he's like, you want me to pick you up? I don't know you that well. You don't need to know where I live. No. I'm going to take my Uber there. So he's like, okay, well, I'll just meet you there. All right, cool. So I get there before him. We decide on, I think it was like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I don't know if we decided on 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, but I got there before him. So I'm sitting at the table waiting. The lady comes up and she's like, hey, you want something to drink or whatever? And I'm like, no, I'm waiting for somebody. I'll just wait for him to get here. She's like, okay, I'll come back. So he gets here, but I don't know it's him. What is going on with this light right now? Let's see if I turn it. Okay. So he gets there, but I don't know it's him. Because guess what? Pictures can be deceiving, y'all. Let me tell y'all. How you look on Instagram needs to be how you look in person. I am this beat in person, honey. So, you know, I expected him to look how he looks on Instagram. So he walks up to me, but like I said, I don't know it's him. And I'm like, hi. And he's like, hey, I'm oh boy, because I don't want to give him a fake name. That's unnecessary. I'm oh boy. I'm like, hey. He's like, you know, yeah, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. He comes and sits down. The waitress comes back. Y'all, let me tell y'all why I was looking crazy. On Instagram, you got a nice lineup, haircuts right, you dressed nice, all on your Instagram. You come to meet me, you ain't got no lineup. You ain't got no haircut. You're dressed in sweatpants and slides with no socks. Sweetheart, we're in public. That was my first no-go in the situation. So he sits down and y'all, he starts talking about freaking Pokemon. Pokemon is something else. And I was like, no. This is not going to work. So the lady, like I said, the lady comes back and she's like, y'all want something to drink or eat or a hookah? Y'all, he got food, a hookah, and a drink. He was trying to spend time. And I was like, let me get some water. And she was like, you sure? Yeah, a water. Thank you. So I'm just like, okay. All right. We sitting there. And then he's like looking at me. I'm gorgeous. Why wouldn't you want to look at me? I mean, I look at me all the time. So why wouldn't you want to look at me? Duh. And then he's like, is all that makeup? Is all that makeup or is that like your skin? And do you wear that all the time? I'm sorry. Huh? Nigga. Who are you talking to? Like, that's strike 3. The bed attire, the Pokemon, the makeup. That's strike 3. He gets up to go to the bathroom and the waitress comes back and she's like, you sure you don't want anything? Ma'am, I'm gonna be here maybe another 15 minutes. Go get me the water and leave me the heck alone. Cause I'm not about to be here much longer. She was like, okay girl, I understand. Thank you. Go get that water so I could go. So after maybe like another 10 minutes, y'all, he was in the bathroom for like 10 minutes. He comes back and I'm like, ooh, I got an early morning in the morning. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go. He was like, you want me to bring you home? No, actually, I'm going all the way out to Kenner. If y'all know New Orleans, Kenner is far as hell. Kenner is the freaking airport. But I was like, nah, I'm going all the way out there. I'm like, I'll be all right. I'm actually going to my cousin's house. I'm not going home to, you know, where I live. He's like, oh, I thought you said you had an early morning. Y'all going out? No, I got an early morning with her. Me and her going somewhere. So he's like, oh, okay. I'll check you later. Cool. So I get up to leave. You know, he wasn't getting up too. And I'm standing out there waiting for my Uber. And he comes out there too. Which, you know, is polite. I'm standing outside in New Orleans. You know, it ain't the safest city to be just waiting outside by yourself. But I'm standing out there waiting. And he comes out there and he's like, so we gonna go out again? What's the most polite way to say hell no? Not in a million years. Hell would have to freeze over before you and I ever go out again. But I ain't want to say all of that. So I was just like, we'll see. We gonna see if we go out again. So my Uber gets there and I go home. Y'all, as soon as I got home, I deleted his number, blocked him off Snapchat and Instagram, deleted the Tinder app. It was over from there. Like, no. That was just horrible. I am dressed up because we are in public and you are in your bed attire. You what? You will not be trolling behind me looking like somebody's snot-nosed child. No. And from that day, I vowed to myself, I would never get on Tinder again. Then, I told him I worked at a grocery store. Ain't but so many Winn-Dixies on my side of the city. Ain't that many Winn-Dixies. I think it's maybe 2. 1 or 2. Wasn't hard to find me. I don't know if he was stalking the Winn-Dixie, because I never talked to him again. So I don't know if he was stalking the Winn-Dixie. I don't know if he just, I don't know what was going on. But he was just coming to see me at work. And I was like, this is creepy as hell. But I ain't tell nobody, which is stupid. That's how the girls get kidnapped in the Lifetime movies. But I didn't tell nobody. But he kept showing up. So finally, he shows up one day. And he's like, let's go out again. Actually, I have a boyfriend. I ain't have no damn boyfriend. But that's what I told him. And guess what? Just like that, he stopped coming around. I have not talked to him since. Like I said, I blocked him on Instagram and Snapchat. But somehow, he ends up back in my DMs. So I blocked him again. And I've never heard anything from him. That's why I'll never get on Tinder again. That's it. That's the end of the story. If y'all liked it, subscribe. Most important, share the video. Okay. All right.